guys, and welcome back to my channel. I asked you guys in my last video if you would like a workout routine, and an overwhelming amount of you said yes. Now, before I get into this video, I think it's important to mention that I am not a personal trainer, nor am I certified to give any fitness or health advice. That is definitely something I'm interested in the future, but for now, I'm just building some experience. So this year, I've been introduced to weightlifting, and it's been a huge game changer. I've always wanted a juicy dump truck and abs, and I'm not quite there yet, but it's the first time in my life I'm able to sculpt my body and see change and create shape, and that is from weightlifting. But before we get into this video, I have a quick word from our sponsor. Yes, a sponsor. It's been a while. I'm actually really excited because this video is sponsored by Lilo. Clearly, physical health is important to me as well as mental health and sexual health. Yes. First off, over the years, I love how open we've all become, literally and figuratively if you follow my OnlyFans. But y'all, we have grown up together. So it's time to be more open about sexual health and stuff like that. So we are removing the stigma, revealing our true selves, and exploring our desires in 2022. So it's no secret that most cisgendered straight women can't achieve an orgasm just from penetration alone. And girl, do I have a solution? That's not how you use it. So this is Lilo's product Enigma, and it is one of my favorites. It is a dual action massager that gives you both G-spot and clitoral stimulation, giving you a perfect blended orgasm. So this is obviously a conversation starter because look at this thing. So I wanted to show you guys this one because I think it's important to normalize conversations about sex and toys and just to be sex positive. You guys, it's not that deep, but you know what is deep? The Lilo Enigma. You guys can use this alone, or you can use it with a partner, which if you haven't used toys with your partner, I highly encourage it, especially if you guys find it hard to orgasm. This will help. Explore your body, explore your kinks, and get what you deserve in bed, sweetie. Y'all, it is 2022, the time for self-exploration. Sex positivity is finally being celebrated. If you guys would like a tutorial of this, check my I'm kidding. Unless. Explore your desires with no shame with Lilo Enigma. Now let's get on to my workout routine. First day of the week, we are starting with push. So the first workout is heavy bench press. We are doing 5 sets of 5. I repeat, I am not a personal trainer, therefore my form is not perfect. I'm still beginner and I'm still learning. So feel free, if you are a personal trainer, to give me some advice on form. Again, these are 5 sets of 5, which is strength based, and I'm trying to push as much weight as I possibly can for 5 reps. And that's why you're gonna see me struggle pretty hard on the 5th rep. Now, to make sure my body doesn't plateau, I do like to progressive overload, so each week I try to go up 5 pounds without compensating form. Next up, we are doing overhead barbell presses. These are pretty difficult for me, really difficult for me to progressive overload and go up in weight weekly as well, because if you couldn't tell, 5 reps is pretty hard for me. I don't know what it is, but these make me feel so weak, but that's also why it's so important to keep going so I can try and progress. Next up, these are incline dumbbell presses, so my chair is on an incline, which makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm doing 3 sets of this for 8 to 10, depending on how much I can get up. I actually started with a lighter weight this first set and then realized I can go up more, so I did on the 2nd set and 3rd set. That is Russ. He figured I probably needed some help, so he was there to spot me. Next up, we are doing lateral raises. I am doing 15 reps and 3 sets of them. I do notice my body is swinging a little bit, so this form is probably not the best. Again, do not refer to myself for form advice or correct form. I'm simply just sharing with you my workout routine for inspiration and just how I got my body from point A to point B. Next up, these are skull crushers. I started off with a lighter weight for this first set because I wasn't sure if I should go up or not this week, which I did end up going up on the next set. These are killer and give me a crazy pump, so I am doing 3 sets of 10. Now, depending on the day or how tired I am, I will end my workout with some abs. I don't actually know what this machine is called, and I definitely should have looked it up, but this is it. It definitely targets all of the abs and the obliques, and these are killer as well. Now, I usually just do 3 sets of 10 to 12 on each side. Now, day 2 is a pull day, so we are starting with pull-ups. It was definitely very cold this morning, and these are not the best to do without warming up prior. Now I'm doing 5 sets of my max rep, which today was about 5. Now, just about a few months ago, I actually wasn't able to do a single pull-up, so this is a lot of progress. Now again, it's about 5 sets of my max rep, which is about 5, so I was doing about 25 today. Now we got bent over rows. I am doing 5 sets of 5 of these, but depending on how much weight I do, if it's a little bit light, I try to go for a 6th rep. That being said, I probably should just add a little bit more weight to go for the 5 reps, but it seemed a little bit heavy and was messing up my form, so I just tried to do as many as I could. But again, the norm is 5 by 5. Up next, we have barbell curls. I like to use the curved bar for this. The straight bar definitely makes it seem a little bit more difficult, but I just went up in weight this week, so my form is a little bit off. My body's definitely swinging a little bit, but I was getting a killer burn, so I think that's okay. Y'all, my biceps are getting quite massive, I'm not gonna lie. It's funny because when I started to work out, my arms were my biggest insecurity, and I was always thinking they were kind of big and kind of fat, which it wasn't, but it was definitely a place where I gained my weight. But now since starting to weightlift and my arms getting muscular, I'm actually really into large arms. So don't knock it till you try it. These are rear delt flies, and I like to do 3 sets of 15. I'm noticing here while watching the video I was actually going quite fast, which meant I probably could have gone up in weight, but these are actually kind of difficult for me to go up in weight. 1 week after filming this video, I finally did. But again, these are 3 sets of 15, and they will make you burn. Cable lat pull downs. These are difficult. I am doing 3 sets of 10. These are one of the workouts that I haven't actually progressed in weight in a while. I don't know what it is, but I dread doing these every week, but I also feel so good after I'm done. You can definitely tell these are absolutely killing me. And lastly, for my pull day, I'm doing dumbbell curls. We are finishing it off with 3 sets of 10. I did go for the same amount of weight as the barbell curls, but towards the end of my workout, I am really tired, so I couldn't quite get 10 reps. But I am absolutely pushing myself as much as I could because we are trying to get those gains. All right, now we have our first leg day of the week, and we are starting off with heavy squats. These are 5 by 5, and again, 5 by 5 is strength-based, so I try to go as heavy as I can, struggling on the 5th rep. This week I went up, so I added a little bit more weight in this set. And then I decided to actually drop some weight and focus on form and just go as deep as I could. I do feel like depth is important, but with both variations, I feel like it works different muscles, so I try to do a little bit of both. Now we are off to RDLs, which I learned in my last video after uploading my morning routine that my form for deadlifts and RDLs are off. I do realize that I should have my spine straight, meaning my head down and not looking up, but I actually did film this right after my morning routine, so unfortunately I couldn't fix it for this video. You do notice that some reps I do have good form and some I do not. That being said, I will be dropping a little bit of weight and focusing more on form next week. And for RDLs, I do 3 sets of 8. Next up, we are doing calf raises. One of you guys in the comments told me that I should not be doing calf raises on a leg press machine. Now, there are definitely dangers with a leg press machine if you do hyperextend your legs, because you could quite literally crush your legs in half if all of the weight falls down onto you. That being said, next week I will be moving my calf raises to a different calf raise machine. But anyways, I am doing 3 sets of 15. I forget what these are called. I'm gonna write it down on the screen. I recently just incorporated this into my workout routine. I have been on this routine for about 4 to 5 months now, and though my body is not plateauing, I'm definitely just getting a little bit more used to these workouts, so recently I've just been adding a little bit more, and this is one of them, which is why I don't know the name, but I do 3 sets of 10. Next up, we are doing leg extensions. I'm pretty sure this is the absolute hardest machine that the gym has. I don't know what it is about these, but if you are lifting heavy on these, you will absolutely die. You will absolutely burn, obviously in the best way. But again, I am doing 3 sets of 10. And by the end of it, I can barely walk, so that is the end of today's workout. If I have any bit of energy left on my leg days, I will do these. I try to go as heavy as I can for 3 sets of 10. And then hitting the hip abduction machine, I am also doing 3 sets of 10. I also like to hit this variation too. I feel these on the side ass and the top ass, and I look like an idiot doing these, but they feel so good. So depending on the week, I will either take a day off or I will do an ab day. Today, I joined my boyfriend on his ab routine. He's in the background of this video. His ab routine is absolutely killer and it leaves me so sore. So we are starting with some crunches on this machine. This one is painful. I try to do 3 sets of 15. And though I am holding the bars, I'm actually not putting any weight on it. I try to just hang on to there because I don't know where else to put my arms. But I am actually just forcing all of the weight through my abs. Next, we are just doing torso rotations again. I try to do 3 sets of 15. Today we are hitting some planks and I usually go for about 1:30 to 2 minutes. And though I didn't record each set, I do all of these ab workouts that I just showed today 3 times. It was definitely cold today, so I have my little pump cover on, but we have another push day, and push days are my absolute favorite. So we are starting with incline bench presses. These are 5 sets of 5, of course, so I'm struggling on my 5th rep. This set, I just added a little bit more weight, and this is the heaviest weight that I've actually done for an incline bench press. And do not worry, although my friend Matt is recording this video, he is ready to throw the phone down and offer me a spot whenever I need one. Now, because I'm filming, I do want to focus a little bit more on form and less on heavy weight, so I did go ahead and drop down so I'm not looking like an idiot. Now we got some dumbbell shoulder presses and we are doing 3 sets of 12. These give me a quality pump and this is definitely one of my favorite workouts. I never thought that shoulders were something that I wanted to build, let alone one of my favorite muscles to build, but definitely don't skimp out on these if you are trying to build your physique. Every single time I try to push myself as hard as I can with these, so I definitely look a little funny, but we have no shame in the gym, y'all. I'm always looking like an idiot and that's okay. Next up, we have dumbbell flat bench. I am doing 3 sets of 10 of these. I did end up realizing that I needed to drop weight. So this week I filmed was actually Christmas and I was not eating the best. That being said, I did not have optimum energy to fuel my workouts. That is totally fine. I think it's okay to drop weight here and there. We have lateral raises again. These are 3 sets of 15. Now usually these days I actually do cable chest flies, but the cables were taken today, so I did the pectoral fly machine, which is similar enough. I definitely think these are a little bit easier, so I prefer the cables for sure. So for these, I do 3 sets of 8 to 10. I always end up finishing my push days with skull crushers. My elbows definitely could have been in a little bit more. This is something that I recently learned after filming this video. So for about a week or so, I did end up dropping weight and focusing on form. But for these again, I am doing 3 sets of 10. I did have a little bit of energy left after my workout, so I did a little bit of abs. Now, depending on how I'm feeling that day, I like to go a little bit heavier on weight and do 3 sets of 10. If I'm a little bit more on the tired end, I do 3 sets of 15, going a little bit lighter on weight. Now we have our second pull day of the week, and again we are starting with pull-ups. This week my body was not having it and my pull-ups were weak. I also do have a little pull-up bar in my apartment that I do a couple times here and there, which I probably shouldn't have because maybe these would have been a little bit better. But again, for these I do about 5 sets of my max rep. Next up, we have heavy T-bar rows. This is something that has injured me a couple times, so if you are doing this, do not refer to my form. So I am doing 5 sets of 5, going as heavy as I can. But I don't know if it's because I'm on a platform or whatever, but this workout makes me feel powerful. We are doing dumbbell curls yet again, and these are 3 sets of 15. Not sure if you noticed, but I did go down in weight from the last time because I did realize that I needed to focus a little bit more on form this week. Now we have bent over dumbbell rows. I used to do both arms at the same time, but I realized I can do a lot more weight when I do one at a time. So I do 3 sets of 10 for these on each side, of course. There is this girl at this gym that wears the cutest outfits and she does these workouts all the time and her body is awesome, and we call her my inspo. So because she was doing these, I started doing these, and I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure these are working for me. Again, we are doing rear delt flies, and these are 3 sets of 15. And lastly, for my pull workout, we are doing barbell curls. I do find that the barbell is a lot easier to carry weight versus the individual dumbbells, so I do go a little bit heavier on this. Sometimes I forget to breathe when I'm doing this, so you can see my face and my chest turning bright red. But I love a curl. I think that these are vital in my bicep growth, and I definitely have these to thank. And lastly, for my second leg day of the week, we are starting off with deadlifts. Now, this is another one where my form is definitely off. I do realize that my spine needs to be aligned and my head needs to be down. I hear a lot of people say to pretend that there is a board strapped on your back. So again, I should not be looking up, but we will fix that next week. So we are doing 5 sets of 5, going as heavy as I can so that I am struggling on the 5th rep. If you guys saw my morning routine, this day is the day that I decided to film. Obviously not this exact day, but this workout day. So that being said, if you watched that video, you would have seen me do these, which these are Bulgarian split squats. I decided to try it on these little platforms instead of the bench today, which I didn't end up liking. I definitely preferred the bench for whatever reason. Again, I am new, I'm still experimenting. So we are doing 3 sets of 15 on each leg. Do not crucify me. I know that my chin is supposed to be tucked in. That being said, I was unaware when I filmed this at the time, but my neck should not be swinging back. My chin should be tucked in. So anyways, these are hip thrusts and I do 3 sets of 10. Now we are hitting calves again on the leg press machine, which again, I've been told is not safe. I have been doing it this way for months, but I will be changing that up. But again, 3 sets of 15. And lastly, we have the hip abduction machine doing both variations, and also the coochie closer, which is the hip adductor machine. I did not record that one for whatever reason, but I do 3 sets of 15 for each workout and each variation. And hopefully you look a little bit cooler than I do when you do these. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you guys have any other video requests, please comment it down below. Thanks for watching this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.